Hello students, you are welcome to lectures on Introduction to Soil Pedology and Physics, study section 11. The topic we are going to be treating is management of Nigerian soils. Introduction. A fertile soil must supply adequate nutrients, be of good physical condition and hold enough water so that the nutrients in the soil will be available for plant uptake. In this study session, we shall discuss the various ways of soil management in Nigeria. Learning outcomes for this study session. When you have studied this session, you should be able to discuss the management of Nigerian soils, identify crop protection in soil fertility maintenance, discuss how to maintain fertility with green manure, discuss how to maintain soil fertility with farmyard manure, and lastly discuss composting and maintenance of soil fertility. Management of Nigerian soils. In maintaining soil fertility, the farmer is mainly concerned with keeping the soil at a satisfactory physical condition and maintaining the nutrient supply at the desired level. A fertile soil must be in a physical condition that is favorable for root growth. Thus, cultivation to break down the soil aggregates must be done. This important practice will accelerate the decomposition of organic matter, which, when present, aids in promoting the porosity and granulation of the soil, maintaining good soil structure and providing good vegetative cover or mulching, together with minimal, timely and systematic cultivation also help to maintain soil fertility. So, however, under annual cropping, it is not predictable to keep the soil covered throughout the whole year or to avoid some structure destroying tillage. Nevertheless, the fertility of the soil must be maintained, and this could be done effectively by crop rotation, cover cropping, green manuring, application of compost and farmyard manure, as well as proper land use. Crop rotation in soil fertility maintenance. A proper rotation program of crops can be used effectively to maintain soil fertility. The alternation of legumes and non-legumes or the use of legumes in rotation helps to maintain soil fertility. This is because the residues of such crops as groundnuts and soya beans improve the nitrogen content of the soil through their ability to fix nitrogen in their roots. Maintaining fertility with green manures. Crop rotation is an intensive system of farming. As such, the soil nutrient gets depleted and exhausted at certain stages of the land use. So, green manure crops have to be planted to replenish the organic matter and nutrient content of the soil when plowed into the soil. Growing annual legumes as green manure crops in rotation with other crops is likely to be of value where sufficient moisture is available. Moisture promotes vigorous growth of the crop and causes rapid decomposition during the period between plowing the green manure crop with the soil and planting of the next crop. This means that the green manure crop should be plowed into the soil to decompose before the new crop is planted. This practice is therefore usually ineffective in dry areas because of moisture limitation. The effect of green manure in increasing the soil organic matter as well as the total and available nitrogen levels are very important and significant. These effects may even be more important than any increase in the availability of mineral nutrients that it may bring about. Maintaining soil fertility with farmyard manure. Farmyard manure is unquestionably a most useful aid in maintaining soil fertility and should be used wherever it is economical and practical to do so. Farmyard or pen manure consists of a rooted mixture of the excreta of farm animals and the straw provided for their beddings, which should be sufficient to absorb the dung and the urine. Well-rooted farmyard manure is usually best applied just before planting a crop. Applying it earlier in the dry season, especially if it is left partly exposed, may lead to some loss of nitrogen and possibly some soluble nutrients by leaching at the beginning of the rains. Large fields or large yields of crops, especially root crops, are usually obtained. Also, many experiments in various parts of the tropics have shown that the majority of annual crops respond well to the application of farmyard manure. The value of farmyard manure is due to the nutrients it contains rather than from any special characteristics associated with its organic matter content. Composting and the maintenance of soil fertility. Compositing is a term used for the application of decomposed heaps of plant and animal remains to the soil. The decomposed mixture could include crop residues, household refuse, waste and other waste vegetable material, either with or without additions of some animal or human excreta. Compost preparation may be done in heaps or in pits depending on the climatic conditions. Heap compost are better in wet climates and pit compost are better in dry areas. The compost is commonly made of alternate layers of vegetable matter or crop residues and manure. The manure or soil, which is very high in organic matter, supplies active decay organisms which start the decomposition process. The advantage of applying compost as opposed to burning raw crop residues and waste is that it enables partly decomposed organic matter to be applied to the land at the proper time so that available plant nutrients are rapidly released for plant growth. Burying the undecomposed material will mean taking nutrients away from the soil until they are well rooted. Composting, therefore, is a worthwhile practice because of the nutrients it supplies to crops. Thus, it must be encouraged as a measure for maintaining soil fertility wherever it is practicable. We have come to the end of the lecture. Thanks for listening.